Hello and welcome to our fourth Monarch's Journey Challenge character. This time we are playing as Strategos Konstantinos II of Samos in the Byzantine Empire. Let's see what our tasks are. We have to get 4 king titles. For our dynasty we have to get 15,000 score and we need to get 10 children. So let's get to it. Of course, as we want to get children, we'll start off with the seduction focus. And, well, what shall we do here? Let's make a friend. That sounds nice. We are not going to get married yet. Let's join the community of Saint Basil, as that will give us a chance of getting some positive traits, which will help us to get elected in the Byzantine Empire, which has the imperial elective succession law. And the reason we want to get elected is of course that in the Byzantine Empire there are a bunch of kingdoms, and a couple of these will be creatable as soon as we become emperor, and well, if we do that we'll have our 4 kingdoms. Now of course the current emperor is not very likely to vote for us, and he has the most votes or the most voting power. So this brings in why we did not get married yet. We are going to start a faction to make Princess Zoe the Byzantine Empress, and we're going to ask her to marry us. And she will of course accept, because well, we would want to still marry her at age 46, and it shouldn't matter to us since we'll have the seduction focus to try to get children anyway. Let's also finish getting all of our relatives married. The horrible small letter Michael. And well, let's unpause the game and see how things go. Of course we'll need to have some other vassals of the Byzantine Empire joining us in order to get this faction to actually succeed at anything, because just by ourselves we are not going to be beating the Byzantine Empire. But hopefully we'll have people joining us soon enough. Oh, that faction is looking pretty great. So let's demand the installation of claimant. And war it is. So we'll just have to win this war. Let's just gather up all those troops of ours so that we can actually beat the large Byzantine army. Right, let's take out the Byzantine army before they group up with more of their troops. It seems they are quite insistent on taking out these guys. Well, if that's the way it is, we'll just go for Constantinople while they chase these guys around. Oh no, they got caught. We got our first of our 10 needed children. Alright, so they are going to attack over the water. That should be good for us. Crusade for Egypt. Let's just hope that doesn't get redirected to the Byzantine Empire, because that would be very unfortunate for us. Battle was won, although only barely. But still, that should mean that we'll easily win the war. Let's put a stop to them sieging our land. Actually, we should probably lead a flank ourselves, since our commanders aren't exactly the best. Neither are we for that matter, but still better than our commanders. Oh gosh. Oh, there we go. Battle was won. Despite our poor performance on the battlefield. We are at 93%. Almost there. Hopefully we'll manage to accumulate a war score through sieging faster than they do. Because we are capped on the war score from battles. We'll just let the game keep running for a bit while we siege things down. Alright, and we have managed to get our 100% war score. So now our lovely wife is the Basilissa of the Byzantine Empire. And she does not have any children, so that should make it a bit easier to convince her to vote for us. What is going on here? Well, it does say he's a vassal of the Byzantine Empire, so I'm going to assume things are fine. And we should probably try to get some women to join our court, now that we are a part of the Byzantine Empire again. We can apparently convince people to interact with us. And our wife is voting for us. Unfortunately, we are no longer a commander, so now we can't do any voting ourselves, but having the Empress vote for us is quite the big boon. Oh, and now we can vote for ourselves. It does appear that the former Emperor is a very popular choice, but hopefully our wife will outlive him, and we'll just keep seducing in the meantime and saving up our gold to form those kingdom titles when it gets to that point. We got ourselves a little claim, so we can just entertain ourselves by fighting a war within the empire. Why not? Do want to head back home so we can seduce people. Basically, it's just going to be the game for now. We're just going to keep seducing people, and hopefully when this guy dies, we will be eligible for becoming emperor. Ooh, let's start planning the theft of something. We'll see how that goes. That's rude. I don't want to be excommunicated. Let's improve religious relations, I suppose. It probably has a negative effect on our eligibility. Yeah, minus 25 from excommunicated. Anyway, we'll just try to amass some power within the empire while waiting to become emperor, hopefully. So we managed to get rid of our excommunicated traits, so that means everybody's willing to vote for us. Well, most people are, and as such, our wife is no longer of use to us, so we have decided to assassinate her. Let's see if this succeeds. It did succeed. Excellent. So we are now the emperor. We unfortunately do not rule over Constantinople. Let's see if the Byzantine Empire happens to have something to revoke that. It does. He probably didn't appreciate that very much, but we have Constantinople. Let's go ahead and make that our capital, and let's get married again. Perhaps we can marry the person we historically married, or rather this character historically married. So that would be Theodora Komnene. That will go to the Komnenos person, and unfortunately she's already betrothed to someone. Now we could of course try to assassinate the kid, but let's just marry somebody else instead. We'll just go with this Princess of Serbia. She's lustful, so seems like a good choice. Speaking of Serbia, happen to be willing to be vassalized? No, I figured not. This guy, however, can be vassalized, so let's make sure to do so. And let's appoint some people to our council. And we of course want to nominate one of our sons to be successor. Oh, we can't do that apparently. It hasn't updated yet, it seems. And let's check how much gold we need. We need 337 gold to create a kingdom, it seems, and we need 4 of those, so let's save up about 1200 gold. What else can we do while we are ruling over the empire? We have a rather large amount of troops relative to before. Perhaps we can take something from Hungary. It's oh, our council votes no. Well, never mind then. In the meantime, while we were busy becoming the emperor. We did get a few children. We have 3 of those now, and we are married again. So we'll just save up gold and continue working towards getting those 10 children. So we're a few years further ahead now. We have just won a war to make somebody the Queen of Croatia. So Hungary is looking like a right proper mess right now. Looks like Bosnia didn't come along with the rest of the Croatia de jure kingdom, so that makes things just wonderful. And I noticed that we have a member of the of Wessex family over here in Anatolia, so that's fun. But yeah, not much else has happened. We still have only 3 children, and I have not yet formed any kingdoms. But hey, now Croatia is the thing. I do wonder why it. Oh, apparently it is de jure part of Carpathia. I recall it being a part of the Byzantine Empire. That would explain why they became independent. Oh well. Anyway, we'll just continue playing. Alright, so we have saved up more than enough gold, so let's form some kingdoms. Let's go with Greece, Bulgaria. Oh, we don't actually have enough piety. Okay, so for now we'll just have 2 kingdoms, and we'll form the rest when we get more piety. Once we are done getting children, we can of course switch from seduction to theology. For now, let's just appoint some successors to these kingdoms and celebrate the fact that we got bronze. And it would appear that the old emperor has passed away, so let's also hand out some vice royalties. Let's see what we got. We got Opsiakion, which is already being held by a Deuce of Thrace and Kherson. Ooh, he is actually someone with Gebelkind succession. That is a little bit annoying. Well, we can start breaking his realm apart a bit just by handing out duchy level titles to his vassals. We're just going to go find all of his vassals. Oh, he only seems to have 1 more that we actually can give something to. Either way, let's do something with that. What else do we have? We have Armeniakon. That can go over to him. And then there was Opsikion. We'll just give that to him. We may have to find someone else to seduce rather than this lady, as I've been trying to seduce her for the past 4 years now, and she is not getting pregnant, so I'm starting to feel a little bit suspicious about her fertility here. Anyway, we did manage to accumulate enough piety to form another kingdom, although we might as well wait until we have 400 piety, as having higher piety does reduce the gold cost of creating a kingdom. So if we just save up to 400 piety, at least the first of the 2 kingdoms that we still need to form will be a bit cheaper. And we got another child, so we are now at 6 out of 10. We'll just continue on and we'll get back to this when we have our 400 piety. Alright, we got a woman pregnant again, and as we are currently on 9 children, sadly 1 died, otherwise we would already have been at 10. We will soon have our 10 required children, and we also have enough piety and hopefully gold to form 2 additional kingdoms. So let's see if we can manage that. Have a Trebizond, and we have an Epirus, and there we go. Earned gold in moving up. So once that child shows up, all we will still need is to get the 15,000 score. Score is derived from the amount of prestige and piety your characters have when they die. So, well, we'll just need to save up a lot of prestige and piety, and then hopefully we'll be able to get that with this character, and otherwise probably with the next one. In the meantime, I have also conquered the Duchy of Anatolia from Rome because, well, needed something to do while we were waiting for those children to appear. And yeah, that's the current state of the Byzantine Empire, and hopefully we'll get that 15,000 score soon enough. Alright, we are ahead a couple of decades, I believe, and currently losing a war, but we have conquered some land, we did holy wars, we did some de jure claims, and I even pressed a claim on Ruthenia, although that somehow left the realm again after for a short while being a part of the empire. And we're almost at the 15,000 worth of prestige plus piety that we need to get 15,000 scores, so we're just going to go ahead and create some kingdoms. And now we have a total of 15,000 prestige plus piety. And we of course want to make sure that we actually have a character that we can play when we die. Oh, it seems that the no heir of our dynasty thing has gone away again. Was there for a little bit, so now we just need to die. So in order to do that, we'll just go to rulership, and that tends to do the trick. We will lose some prestige and piety if we lose this war, which currently looks like it's going to end up happening, but shouldn't matter too much. Let's get those troops up again. We suffered a bit of a horrible defeat earlier, hence the current abysmal war score. Well, that was a bit unfortunate for our wealth, but our sum of prestige and piety is still just fine. We'll just let the game run on max speed for a bit, and hopefully we'll kick the bucket soon enough. We're 57 years old, so it shouldn't be too long. Perhaps we can get ourselves some scurvy to speed things up even further. Alright, another thing we did while we were amassing prestige and piety was get celibate, as that gives us +1 monthly piety. A jihad for Anatolia. You just can't simply die to finish this game, can we? Now, we'll probably be fine even if we lose this jihad, but I'd rather not if we can avoid it. Well, we got severely injured. Now that's good. That does remind me, we could have opted to grab the war focus and started dueling rifles as much as possible. That would be a good way to increase the chances of dying. But, well, right now this seems to be working quite well as well, for purposes of risking our health. Been severely injured 3 times over now. Like, does make you wonder, is that the only thing we can get? Would be nice if we could just get wounded on top of the severely injured, maybe some maimed. Get an infected wound somewhere along the way, that'd be good. Oh, we already lost our severely injured. Oh no, we lost. Oh well. We still have more than enough prestige and piety, so do we really care? No, we don't. Well, duels at least seem to be a good way for this character to get severely injured. And there we go. We are dead. And with that, we got our over 15,000 score. So let's abandon this game quickly before the Seljuks take more of our land. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more Monarch's Journey playthroughs, and I'll see you next time. Until then, have a great time.